And let's just put all of these onto the field, and let's just keep one of these, and oops. Oops. Yes! Oh, it's so fun! Since Secrets of Strixhaven came out, I have been playing a bunch of Best of 1 Standard, and that means running into a whole slew of degenerate decks. Well, today I want to join all those wonderful people and do some crazy stuff for myself, and that means playing Zombie Dinosaurs, a deck that I played probably 3 or 4 months ago in a different video, and in fact a deck that beat me down when I was playing a different deck just like 2 weeks ago in another video. So we're playing this deck mostly because we got some new awesome art for Zombify. Zombify, 4 CMC sorcery, return target creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield. This, of course, is a reanimation deck, so we want to be reanimating one of our big dinosaurs on turn 4 with either the Zombify or on turn 3 with our Foggy Swamp Visions. And once we get some of these big dinosaurs on the field, crazy things are going to happen. Now, we do need the Melded Moxite or Shahili's Lattice on turn 2. These cards will allow us to pitch one of those key dinosaurs into the graveyard on turn 2, draw some cards, and then we can reanimate on turn 3 or turn 4. We also do have the Bitter Triumph if we need to remove something from the opponent's side of the field. This also allows us to discard one of our dinosaurs if we need to. Now, the key cards for reanimation are going to be Gishath, Ghalta, and probably Raph and Mikey. I'm not going to talk about what they're going to do because hopefully in the gameplay you're going to see what these dinosaurs are capable of doing once they hit the field. So let's hop into some games and see what kind of dino madness we can bring to this world. See you over there. All right, let's see if we can make some dinosaur goodness happen. We are fully themed up. I have the awesome avatar. Hey, opening hand looks good too. Awesome avatar. We got our awesome sleeves over here. We are fully themed up. Isn't that awesome? Ooh. I'm gonna... Do you put this one in the graveyard? Yeah, you just put it in the graveyard. Of course. We put it in the graveyard. Next turn, we're going to be putting the Sahili's Lattice onto the field. Pitching... I'm not really sure. Maybe I should have kept the Gishath so I could pitch with this one. The opponent is probably on... Well, okay. Hello, Gishath. Probably on control, so it might be a little bit hard for us to resolve some of our spells. They might have a spell snare here, which that's going to be a bit of a problem. And from here, I think I'm actually just going to throw the Bitter Triumph because I might actually need some of these dinosaurs to be putting onto the field from hand. The Ghalta is going to allow us to do that. Now, the opponent, they don't have anything, so they are... maybe just looking to hold up mana, counter whatever we do. So I have a feeling, we have an opening here. If we end up finding a Zombify or Foggy Swamp Visions, we'll be laughing. So this is it. I was going to say they're probably just going to hold up mana, but they didn't have 2 blue sources. So maybe that's what was restricting their counter magic. And unfortunately, we just whiff. Now this deck is a Rakdos mana base, meaning that these green creatures are very hard to play out. The only card that allows us to actually find green mana, no, sorry, we do have 2. Conduit Pylon, and we do have Starting Towns. That will allow us to maybe put some stuff onto the field. I'm going to go with the Melded Moxite. I have a feeling that they definitely have, well, I mean, that was the only choice. I need 1 extra mana to do this. Offer, you can't refuse, but we do get to create treasures, which means... let's put the Polani Hatcher onto the field. With our wonderful... Aw, you're going to also counter this? That's rude. Okay. Cool. Good. So I was just saying that it's really hard to put a Polani Hatcher onto the field, but lo and behold, we now have a 3/3 hasty attacking dinosaur. Heck yeah. Get in there, token. That's awesome. That's a really nice looking dinosaur token too. I don't think I've actually taken the time to actually look at it. I was so happy to pick up some of this extra art. Yeah. Well, unfortunate for us, we do not hit our... Okay, we do find it. Reanimation, and a second Polani Hatcher has hit the field. That means the opponent now has to do something drastic to get rid of this Hatcher, or it's going to be doing 11 points of damage to the opponent next turn. And we have the Zombify coming down the pipeline with the hasty Ghalta, or sorry, Gishath. We don't want... well, Ghalta's in hand. We might find the Ghalta. Okay, they have 3 mana available. They might Lightning Helix. Yes, sir. Okay. So we need we need our Ghalta to hit big. This is what I do, right? I don't have lethal. No, okay. I keep calling it Ghalta. It's Gishath. There's our Gishath. We may as well put that out, and we're gonna attack even with the egg. The egg is rolling in as well, dealing 0 damage, but it's still hitting. And we hit Trumpeting Carnosaur, Polani Hatcher. We just put everything onto the field. Why not? And the cool thing here, one thing I absolutely love. Do I want to put this into my hand? I'm going to put it into my hand. I don't think I need to load up the board that much, but I will be putting the Vaultborn Tyrant onto the field. The Vaultborn Tyrant does insane things. This thing, whenever another creature you control with power 4 or greater enters, you gain 3 life, then draw a card. When this creature dies, if it's not a token, create a copy of it. So no matter what, we're going to have a 6/6 at the end of this turn. Even if they have a Wrath of or Day of Judgment, doesn't matter. Vaultborn Tyrant sticks around. We get an awesome kill. In fact, we're going to go out with the Polani Hatcher. Sure. Against a control opponent, we're definitely going for it. We're having fun. This is awesome. GG opponent, good game to you. You're getting hit with the egg one more time, just to little insult to injury, and the Vaultborn Tyrant often is the hero of the day with this deck. Good opening. Let's see if the dinosaurs can keep rolling. Oh boy. The control matchup is a brutal one for this deck. So getting a win against Jeskai control is very satisfying. Opening hand looks good. We got our pylon to surveil something into the bin. Oh man, that sucks. So definitely we're gonna go turn 1 pylon, turn 2 starting town, turn 3 swamp maybe. So let's put the mountain over in the side. If we don't find the Foggy Swamp Visions, then we don't need. Ooh boy! So we're still set up pretty well here. If they have another Lightstall Inquisitor, we'll just pitch one of the Zombifys. We don't need 2, but we don't need either of them. So starting town, and then Saheeli's Lattice. Saheeli's Lattice pitching the Gishath. Okay, we're gonna draw 2 cards here. So boom, and now we have the swamp. Okay, it's fine. We have the swamp on turn number 3, and Foggy Swamp Visions is interesting. As an additional cost to cast this spell, Waterbend X. Exile X target creature cards from your graveyard. Sorry, even your opponent's graveyard. That is something to note. For each creature card exiled this way, create a token that's a copy of it at the beginning of your end step. Sacrifice those tokens. So here's what we're going to do. We put this out. We do have 3 mana, and we need to pay X1 for the Waterbend. That's where Saheeli's Lattice comes in. So we can pay 1, we tap our mana, and we get we tap the Saheeli's Lattice over here, and boom, there's a Gishath token. It hits for full 7. Let's see what the top of our library shows us. Oh mama. We keep the real one because that one was going to go away anyways, and that's how you do it. That was awesome. I love it. We discover 5. We were going to do 2 discover 5s. And what is the opponent going to do on turn number 3? We are being degenerates. Yay. You always love doing the thing right off the bat, when just how you planned it. The turn 3 Foggy Swamp Visions. That's what you want to see. Do we get another turn 3 Foggy Swamp Visions? Oh my goodness, we are being blessed. Blessed. And we get a feature. Okay, do I care about the Zombify? Yeah, sure, we'll keep the Zombify. So next turn, we're going to go out with the Melded Moxite. We're going to pitch the Gishath. Melded Moxite and the Saheeli's Lattice functionally serve the same purpose, so it doesn't really matter which one you play to the field. In my case, probably I'm going to play the Melded Moxite for ultimate flexing, because I don't have the Parallax on my poor Lattice. I picked up so much of the fancy art for this deck, but unfortunately, Foggy Swamp Visions, I don't have there's an Avatar one that I never ended up picking up, and then there's this. Oh my god, okay, the opponent is on the ball. They knew what was going on here, and they unfortunately removed our very important Saheeli's Lattice. So we have to do this one more time. So what are we pitching this time? I want this. I don't think I need 2 of the Trumpeting Carnosaurs. So let's throw one of them into the graveyard just for future reanimation stuff. And we'll play the swamp out. we're actually in a reanimation battle, so maybe we want to be putting stuff into our graveyard just in case they end up casting Bringer of the Last Gift or the, Kavaro combination. We want to have stuff in our graveyard to bring back, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Probably this opponent is going to be attacking with the fear of missing out. Okay. I gotta do my thing, right? I also have the option. You know what? We can do something really neat here. I've never done this before. Foggy Swamp Visions X2. Arden. Gishath. Start of combat. Let's grab a Terror of the Peaks. Yeah. I think that's a pretty good thing to grab. And let's just put all of these onto the field, and let's just keep one of these, and oops. Oops. Yes! Oh, it's so fun. Oh, especially slamming Kavaros. Oh, I'm just living my best life right now. Why did it double trigger, by the way? Oh, because I had 2 Ghaltas, right? It was gonna do another 6 damage on top of that. So just a clean 30 damage on the way out. Not a big deal. It's perfectly balanced. This was turn 4 after all. Best of 1 is certainly an interesting place to stay. This is another nice looking hand. Let's blow a kiss to the opponent just to make sure they stick around. And yeah, no, it's I think I want to draw it. Yeah, let's draw it so that I can use the Melded Moxite to cast it, or to pitch it, I mean. And yeah, I think it's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. I got too cocky. That's what happened there. I've been riding a high a little bit too good of a high, and unfortunately made a little mistake. It's fine. It's a learning channel. We're all about becoming better. And honestly, this time I don't need to use the Foggy Swamp Visions. I can just use the Zombify, and I can just bring back the Gishath, and it's not a token. It's not going to disappear. So it's fine. It's not a mistake. Okay, so we're getting in for a clean 7 because the Starscape Cleric cannot block. And I'm making sure that my mana is in fact correct this time. So still not punished. Still a turn 4 Gishath, not a turn 3 Gishath. It had to happen, right? It had to happen. We the full-on Gishath whiff once in a while. That's the way it goes down. Sometimes you find a very ugly bottom of your library, but the opponent didn't have anything. I really thought that they were going to have the Shelter by Ghost for my poor Gishath here. We need to find, I don't know what I need to find, not all those awful cards. We need to find some dinosaurs. All right, opponent. So what are you doing? They attack in with Cleric because why not? Take me down to 11. It's not like it can block anyways. And a Ghalta is okay with me. So I suppose what we do is Gishath. Are they going to put everything in front of the Gishath? They do have enough. Oh, they let 1 point through? No, they're giving me their whole board. Yes, sir. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. I'm okay with it. I guess I'm not super okay with it. I'm actually, yeah, actually a little bit not okay with it. Boom, boom. And now we need this feature to pitch something into the graveyard. Okay. I'm going to keep it on the top because this is removal. There is a second mode on this. Discard this card, deal 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. And now they have the Dean. Okay. I have a plan. I do have a plan. Trust me. So we're going to pitch this, smoke this, and we're going to bring back the Trumpeting Carnosaur, paying X1. I guess I could bring back something with lifelink, but oh wait, what am I saying? Yeah, no, we just bring back Gishath. Yeah, I forgot that Gishath went to the graveyard when it died. Wait, Gishi, go in. There's no way you're gonna completely miss again. Okay, Ghalta and Palani. That's fine. I don't need to grab all of them, right? Yeah, this is fine. And we will also put this Gishath onto the field. We'll keep this one, let that one disappear. And now we have probably a lethal board. The opponent has 6 damage. Or sorry, not 6 damage, 3 damage, not 6 damage, notably. Hold up. They get the Starscape Cleric back. Does that actually... No, they only have 2 damage in the air. We're fine. We're fine, right? When this thing attacks... Yeah, okay. Ghalta steps in front of this poor little monster. What even is it? It's a pest. And we get the Vaultborn Tyrant. I can't cast it out, but we just attack in with the full crew. And that one was a little bit sketch, but it doesn't matter because the dinosaurs pull through. I'm having a great time, Arena. Thank you. I love turn 3 formats. Game number 5. This is where it all goes to hell. Typically, I go on these little runs where I win a few, and yeah. Hey, opening hand looks okay, though. Got to be careful of our pylons, though. The conduit pylon did trick me before. Foggy Swamp Visions. We're going to keep it, of course, but unfortunately, I don't have a good pitching target. But I think probably I still have to use... Oh, man, this is tricky. Oh. It's a whole lot less tricky now. Ignore that. So that goes there. Do I use... I need to put this onto the field. I just... There's no negotiating about that. Do I need to keep the Bitter Triumph or the Saheeli's Lattice? I think we keep the Bitter Triumph just in case. Oh my gosh, they want me to reanimate this Ghalta. Not Ghalta. Gishath. I will never not call it Gishath for some reason. This is like one of the more ideal matchups, I think, for us. But we didn't hit the land. That's true. We did need a land there, didn't we? Ooh, Bitter Triumph is okay. Bitter Triumph? I don't know. I'm going to keep it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard the Zombify and just get rid of the Badger Mole Cub. We don't need that in our life. We can actually bring it back with the Foggy Swamp Visions if we really wanted to, just for funsies. But that'll slow them down on mana ever so slightly. And okay, so Tifa Lockhart. Now, do I play it safe or do I go a little bit crazy? They didn't have a land drop, so probably just go crazy, right? We're here to have fun. We're doing this silly stuff. I'm not going to sit here playing carefully. I could use the Trumpeting Carnosaur and blast the Tifa, but this is so much cooler. Yep. Oh no, it's all falling apart again. Oh, okay, hang on. It's fine. It might be okay. Ride the Shoopoof. They don't have a land. Oh my gosh, they're getting screwed over there. Okay, so we are taking the opportunity to remove, right? There's nothing that we can bring back. Okay, so it has to be this. We remove the Tifa. And then next turn, worst case scenario, we can Foggy Swamp Visions, bring it back, and then we discover 5, and hopefully we can kind of get there. Thank goodness we got rid of the Tifa when we did, because this is a lot of damage. In fact, we might need to use the Bitter Triumph to kill this Chocobo before it gets out of control. We are down to 10. So now I'm faced with the, do I do the fun thing or do I do the goofy thing? The problem is that this Trumpeting Carnosaur is not going to be staying on the field. So probably, unfortunately, I think I have to use this, but do I want to do, I don't want to pitch this. The Vaultborn Tyrant is not the best target for the Foggy Swamp Visions because its ability says when this creature dies, if it's not a token, create a token copy. Oh, game. Okay. Well, we have not been running well. The deck had to hit this situation, right? We had to start getting a little bit funky. This comes in. It doesn't have haste unless... Okay. This time I'm going to pitch the Vaultborn Tyrant because we do have the Zombify. If we top deck a land, we will get it. So, doing it that way kind of sucks because the Trumpeting Carnosaur does not... Both of our decks are running so poorly. The Trumpeting Carnosaur doesn't have native haste. The only reason Gishath works is because it has haste. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Do they attack in with the Traveling Chocobo? We sacrifice the Melded Moxite. Oh, it comes in tapped. I did not read. Okay. So Zombify, and we get the... Well... Vaultborn Tyrant or the Trumpeting Carnosaur. This draws us a card. This puts something randomly onto the field. Vaultborn Tyrant, I think. Gain a little bit of life. Zombify, not what we want to see. I'm attacking. I'm going for it. If they have a land with the Traveling Chocobo, we die. So I think it's probably well deserved. The way this game has gone has just been so strange on both ends. They have the Hunter's Talent, which is not good enough. They can't attack in. We have a Polani Hatcher. We can play it. So the Polani Hatcher represents not enough damage though. So is it better for me to use the Zombify on the Trumpeting Carnosaur? And I think it absolutely is. So Trumpeting Carnosaur to the field. We just need to survive. That's not the best. Oh, that might have been one of the best draws. Because this means that we get so much damage. How much damage is coming in now? This is 13 points of damage trample. Plus this. So they have to block this. So they block here. And then if they let this through, they die. If they block, they have to block with everything. Polani Hatcher comes in for the huge win. I don't think I did my math wrong. What an insanely stupid game on both sides of the field for that one. That was two decks going like this, just like smacking each other so fruitlessly. Neither deck functioning how it should, but we got there. 5-0, game number 6. Let's keep this dino train rolling. And you know, you don't hate to see the Shahili's lattices right off the hop. So we go Blood Crypt just to save a little bit of life, and then make sure, actually it doesn't really matter what we play out after that. It'll probably be a starting town just to get it onto the field. But yeah, man, the deck has been running so nicely. Don't expect this. I'm getting extraordinarily lucky, I will fully admit. You can go in there. Oh, what happened to... Did you know that? The opponent's AFK, so apparently you eat the candy trail, and then inside is some wonderful person. Okay, we'll pitch the Vaultborn Tyrant, I guess, if we find the Zombify. Not that one. It's okay, though. Maybe we'll wait a little bit on the Foggy Swamp Visions. We don't need to run it out right away. However, we do have the option here. If we do hit something with the Conduit Pylon, which we have been hitting with the Conduit Pylon, we could do some fun stuff. With this, is it the Polani Hatcher, or is it just throwing away I think it's just throwing away this. Okay, more Foggy Swamp Visions. So hopefully the opponent, they are playing black. It's possible that they could be putting stuff into the graveyard too. That would be really swell to be able to exile some stuff and get some value with the Foggy Swamp Visions. If only this thing gave haste. Maybe a little bit too broken then. Okay, the opponent finally joins us with the Unholy Annex, so probably not pitching anything into the graveyard. So we need this teacher to hit big, not big. It's not the worst thing And I still don't really want to reanimate just the Voltborn Tyrant because of what I talked about earlier. I'm not going to get another copy of it, so I kind of want to be reanimating a bunch of things to at least draw cards. This many lands is a little bit funky for the deck. We definitely don't want to be hitting this many lands. We do have the option of doing this, so we can craft with one or more dinosaur. We can do this only at sorcery speed, but Master Craft Raptor's power is equal to the total power of exile cards used to craft it. So we could create a artifact creature dinosaur if we so wanted to. Next turn, there's not a whole lot that we're going to be doing. They might be attacking in with the Soulstone Sanctuary. I don't think, if I'm the opponent, I don't hate that idea. You potentially get drained with the Unholy Annex. They just opt not to do that, though. Okay, and they just discard a card. Discard a creature card. Wouldn't that be swell? No. They have Black Sun. So we drew the Bitter Triumph that we knew we were going to draw. If I go out with the Palani Hatcher, then it's in the graveyard for the Foggy Swamp Visions. And the cool thing with the Voltborn Tyrant is whenever this creature or another creature you control with power 5 or greater enters, we get to draw a card. So if I do get desperate next turn, let's say they kill the Palani Hatcher this turn, then I will at least be able to reanimate both the Voltborn Tyrant and the Palani Hatcher with the Foggy Swamp Visions and at least draw 2 cards. And in that case, the Voltborn Tyrant will have haste because the Palani Hatcher will be hitting the field, giving it haste. Now, they did have the Bitter Triumph, so that sucks, but that's okay because next turn, let's say they take the turn to make a demon. They crack the Ritual Chamber. Then next turn, we can do still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the Bitter Triumph to kill something. In fact, we can, if we draw a creature, we can even put a land out, pitch that with the Bitter Triumph, and reanimate all 3 things. So we could be in like really good shape, but unfortunately, the deck kind of hates us right now. Okay, well, we're still gonna do the thing. So we're gonna do this for X to pay. We're gonna grab both of these. We're kind of in desperation mode. We pay here, boom. They come in like this, and we do get a pretty good attack. Come on, give me something. Okay, that's not the worst. Discard a card. We get to discard Gishath, and we get to remove that. So we do get to attack in for pretty good attack here. And the opponent now also... I'm going to keep back the eggs this time. I love attacking with my eggs, but... I don't need... blockers, I think, are okay to have in this matchup, especially with the Soulstone Sanctuary sitting there. I don't need to be such a goofy person every single time, right? So ideally, I think the next turn, what we would like to see is maybe a Surveil land, and maybe be able to put something into the graveyard so that I can Foggy Swamp Visions the Gishath plus something else back. It'd be really nice if they loaded up the Soulstone Sanctuary and just attacked with that. Although, then they would get out of lethal range because they would go up to 2 by 2, so up to 8. And Gishath only attacks for 7. Okay, so that's the plan. Boom. We are swimming in Gishaths. So actually, I think we get... I'm going to have to look at it, but I believe... They don't have one in the graveyard. No, okay. I believe we have enough mana to hardcast the Gishath next turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. I'm not going to put the Gishath onto the field this turn. I actually could, but I'm not going to. And the reason I'm not going to is because they're at 1 life. We have a huge board. We now have the Voltborn Tyrant who is going to leave a body behind. We can hard cast the Gishath next turn. We even have the Foggy Swamp Visions now to bring back this crazy board. So we're in such insanely good shape that I don't think there's any reason to overplay to the board in this situation. Honestly, I don't even know... Short of my computer exploding, I don't even really know what the opponent could do this situation. Like, that's pretty good. They got rid of my graveyard, but there was nothing really in the graveyard. Wait, where? Those were already exiled. No, they just got rid of these. Not important. They got rid of one of my eggs. They are going to be at 3 life, but like, what do they do? Heck, I could even... No, this needs to be something from the graveyard. Exile 1 or more dinosaurs you control. Is this a dinosaur? Yes. Oh, but it would be a zero. It would be useless. Okay. Bitter Triumph for my poor Ghalta. That's cute. Really cute. Alright. GG, opponent. In fact, we get to do it the fun way. Am I gonna... I could just swing in. I could just do that, but I'm not going to. We're doing it. I always... Yeah, I'm a hypocrite. Because I definitely... If opponents have lethal on board, I'm just like, swing with the lethal, come on. But, yeah, maybe I'm a bad person. Unbelievable run with the dinosaurs. When I started this one up, I did not expect this. In fact, I just finished a pretty devastating baseball game. My boys today did not play very well. So I was sitting there for 3 hours watching my guys get crushed. Figure, okay, you know what? I'll load up Arena, play for a little bit, and maybe make a video. And you know what? It's turned out to be pretty, it's going pretty well. We got our melded Moxite. We're going to throw probably the Saheeli's Lattice. It's okay. We find another Moxite. Cool. We could be against an Izzet deck. Probably Izzet Prowess with the Opt. I don't think a lot of the Lessons decks are running Opt, so I suspect that this is probably just going to be a Storm Chaser's Talent situation, which we do... Not Storm Chaser's Talent. Yeah, Storm Chaser's Talent. That is correct. I did say that right. And Slickshot Show Off. But we did find the melded Moxite. I mean, we can just throw another melded Moxite. And we did find the Ghalta. So the Ghalta goes into the graveyard. Which, if we are able to... if we are able to resolve the Zombify, then we'll be in good shape. The problem is, am I going to be able to find the opportunity to get the Zombify cleared? And if I do, with the Palani Hatcher in hand and the Gishath, probably it means GG. So if the opponent taps out next turn, they're done. That's a good start. You love to see it. Sleight of hand. They're digging for a land. Play Opt. Play an Opt. Dig for an Opt. Dig for a land. Oh. Okay, so people don't just shock lands in, okay? There's a reason they put the land in that way. So we're going to go a little bit more carefully. I know it's cowardly, but we are going to take our time with this. Melded Moxite. They definitely have counter magic. 100%. Let's just put the Trumpeting Carnosaur into the graveyard, or is it the Gishath? Trumpeting Carnosaur. We find a Bitter Triumph. That's okay. So next turn, if they try to get a Slickshot Show Off or something like that going, we do have our Bitter Triumphs to do stuff. Ooh, it's a pretty... Wow. No, this doesn't counter, right? It's the Quandrix charm that is counter unless you pay 2, right? All right, opponent, I don't have anything. Use your mana. I know you... Oh, baby. Flow State. Good card. People, you know what? People are on 2 different sides of the aisle when it comes to Flow State. I have nothing. Opponent, use your last 2 mana. Come on. Cowardly behavior. We are finding all the Bitter Triumphs. So is it just melded Moxite? Yeah, I guess it is. Melded Moxite. Eddie Mercrab? I did not expect Eddie Mercrab. That's a problem. All right. Well, I'm just going to do this. It's fine. Boop. And maybe that will encourage them to do something with their mana. I definitely didn't put them on Eddie Mercrab for some reason. I was putting them on... Oh, it's sorcery speed. I was putting them on more Slick Shot, which they might still have the Slick Shots. Who knows? But now with Eddie Mercrab, that makes things a little bit more complicated, because if I just slam the Ghalta, there's a good chance that they might have a way of tapping it down with another Eddie Mercrab. So I don't know if I ever find my opportunity here. Like, it's just really awkward. Let's just get rid of the Hearth Elemental. They definitely have counter magic sitting there. What do you got, big boy? I'm trying to draw out interaction here. Do something. Oh, man. Okay, if I draw... Not good enough. I can't. Just with one Zombify. I hate leaving it. But, like, I just have nothing I can do. It can be... There's another... Okay, another Eddie Crab. And we are down to 12, so things are looking a little sketch. I think I am going to, this time... Man, I don't want to keep losing 3 life. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The only reason I'm doing the 3 life is because I know I have the Gishath, the Ghalta. And if I get the Ghalta on the field, that I can put these 3 onto the field. I don't really want to be discarding them. I just don't know when my opportunity will come. They're using Winter Night Stories. That's fine. We get to make a 2/2 robot artifact attacker this time around. Okay, they pitched 2 lands, so they're not short on mana. I'm sure of that. Use your mana. Use it. Okay, not use more. You use a little bit more though. Okay. Melded Moxite to the field. Boom. Raph and Mikey. So I could. It's just such a shame that we haven't hit the 6th land. So I could Zombify now. I gotta do it. I gotta try. I can't keep holding out. They have 2 mana open. There's no way they're not going to counter this one. There's the Spell Pierce. We just didn't hit the mana. That's all it came down to. We had so many draws. We're 19 cards deep, 5 lands, a little bit short. Yeah. Tough running. Tough running. Especially against this Elementals deck, which can just kind of hang around for a little bit and wait to find exactly what they need. But we still have draws, you know, sure. All day, right? We can still put stuff on the field. They are down to 3 cards. You never know. We might find our opening here. Another Hearth Elemental. They might draw with the Winter Night Stories. I would. Yep. Okay. Wait. So, Spell Snare, Island, and they still have stuff, but we didn't draw anything. So unfortunate. I guess I have technically like 1 more draw because I can use the Melded Moxite to make a blocker. And also, they only have 8. All right. No, okay. We're still alive. We're still alive. They have 8 damage here. We block the robot with the Eddie Crab. Okay. But if they do have a way of bouncing this robot, we die. Hey, oh right, it comes untapped. It got me. It got me. Oh man, it's fine. It's fine. I always forget about that. It's so weird. Like the weird. Like you would expect something like this to come in untapped with the insanity power level of some of the things that are available in the game. Why do they, just because this is a common, I guess they're like, well, we got to make sure it's not too good. It's only a common after all. It's not like it's a rare or a mythic. This robot's got to come in tapped. All right. The deck had a little bit of a tough run there, but we're going to play one more. Our 7th and maybe 5. Is this 7? 2, 4, 6. Oh, no, this is 8. We lost our 7th match. Oh, that's too bad. Sketchy. We're going to try it. We do have the Bitter Triumph that will allow us to pitch the Trumpeting Carnosaur. Hey. Okay, so if we end up finding... We need a little bit of help here. That's help. That is help. It's not full help, though. We do need a little bit more. We do need something... We need the 4th land is what we need, actually. Most helpful Weaver. Okay, I see. So this is fine. We can take a turn here. Yeah, that's fine. Conduit Pylon's actually kind of like perfect. Melded Moxite, not bad. I'm gonna keep it, I think. And so now I can Trumpeting Carnosaur or Bitter Triumph, whatever they try to enchant up here. And I think it's worth it for me to do this. Boom. Wow, just straight up blanked. So they do not have a Shard Mage's Rescue. They have the Corpse of the Lost. So they're doing their thing, and we are going to do our thing. Gishath to the field. No way Gishath whiffs 3 times in one video. Never going to happen. The opponent gives us the sleepy... okay. It's fine. We'll keep this one. They give us the sleepy dinosaur emoticon. It's one of my favorites. We'll give him the old Uncle Iroh. Okay, pretty good. They have a double striking Forsaken Miner. And the most helpful Weaver coming in. But unfortunately for the opponent, they don't have a good attack here. And we have... wow, that's insane. Right? We can take that damage, no problem. And we do have the Bitter Triumph to kill the 2-2 or 2-1. So GG, opponent. We get a win. We get back at it. Okay. Pay 3 life. Live on the edge. Boom. Why not? GG, opponent. Sorry you were disappointed with my dinosaur rampage, but we had to end on a win. What a performance from the dinosaurs, I gotta say. All right, that is 8 games with zombie dinosaurs in the bag, going 7-1, and really the one loss was no fault of the deck, entirely the fault of the deck. Actually, it just didn't function, but it's just one of those variance things. It's bound to happen. The deck functions properly. Now, I did find this list on Untapped. I did make a few slight changes. The one change that I did make was going down 1 Raph and Mikey. The list that you'll see online, they are running 2 Raph and Mikeys, but I figured just 1 was going to be enough because this is not a dinosaur, and it's not, you know, when you do put it down, it does look for the top creature card of your library. It could be, you know, something like a Trumpeting Carnosaur, which is pretty great. I mean, all the hits are great, but it's not as impactful as I would like it to be. So I've gone down to 2, or down from 2 to 1, and I've been pretty happy with that. I cannot remember what I actually added to it. I think it was probably another Ghalta. I think maybe the list either was running 3 Ghaltas or it was only running 1 Vaultborn Tyrant. I can't remember the exact something, or maybe it was one of the Polani Hatchers. I don't know. Maybe you'll see some lists online, but a little bit different there. Honestly, the list is pretty much a stock list because it is what it is. Like, you got to have your discard, you got to have your big hits, you got to have your reanimation. You don't have a whole lot of room for a lot of stuff. The one thing that I did change a lot is the land base. I don't know who made the land base that is floating around now, but I am not a fan of it. Number one, they did not have many of the theaters going on, and I think playing 4 full theaters, you got to have a full theater. That is important. So I think having 4 of these is absolutely necessary. And then I also really like the starting town in this case because we're not too, like, 1, 2, 3 are definitely important. If you draw it on turn 4 when you're sitting there with a Zombify, it sucks, but I mean, that's kind of the bad variance that you're going to have to deal with. But I do want to have some green mana to be able to cast some of these green dinosaurs out in a pinch, right? When worst case scenario kind of situation. So I think I like the distribution that I have for the lands here. It has been working very well for me. So if you do have a lot of these dinosaurs and you do end up trying this one out, let me know how it works for you. Unfortunately, big dinosaur deck, expensive deck. A lot of rares, a lot of mythics, and the uncommons and the commons, a little bit lacking with just 16 in the list. Anyways, hope you had fun watching this one. I sure had a whole lot of fun making it because this is one of those decks that I absolutely adore playing. I have been playing especially I forgot to mention this off the top, and I guess I'm going to give it to the loyal people at the end. You know, there are some people, they play with their phones. I am a Magic Arena phone player. That's when I play a lot of my best of 1 stuff. And when I'm playing a best of 1 deck on my phone, I don't want something that's going to have a lot of clicking, a lot of difficulty. A deck like this really does well on the phone, and that's where I was doing a lot of testing with this deck, and it works very well on your phone. So once in a while there is some value to having a deck that is a little bit lower on the clicks per minute. I know it's Magic Arena, it's not exactly a lot of stuff, but when you are doing, infinite loop stuff, if you're trying to do like Furdock Court Otter loop, 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 loop on your phone, just give it up. There's no way you're doing that. Like, it's such a fool's errand to even bother trying that. Even some of the prowess decks can, you're casting a lot of spells. It could get a little cumbersome, especially when you're casting like things like flow state and you're supposed to like choose and you're using, the bar to slide things along. It can get a little bit annoying. So, as somebody who plays on their phone, some decks are not as comfortable playing on your phone. And that was something I was going to say off the hop when I did start this one. I wanted to say in the intro that this is a phone friendly deck, not something that you see or hear about very often, but it should be something to slightly consider for some people out there who do enjoy playing Magic Arena on their phones. Anyways, that was a nice little long ramble at the end. I hope you enjoyed the Dino Storm. It was a whole lot of fun. Slangy Ipana, and I will see all of you wonderful people next week in the arena. Sure. Bye bye.